East Idaho Eats, brought to you by Culling Professional Services.
Hi, it's Andrea Olson here with another East Idaho Eats. I'm here in Rexburg with Wayne joining me right now at Kingdom of Pho. You just recently opened up.
I did last Monday, March 1st. Or Tuesday, I'm sorry.
Tuesday. And everything's been going really awesome.
It's been going really well. Really well. We've had a lot of community support.
Now you have pho. Some people don't know what pho is. I'm going to take one of these. What specifically is it? So for people who don't know.
So pho comes in many forms. You have beef pho, chicken pho, vegetable pho, but pho in general is the general term for this dish. This one specifically has beef bone broth made from scratch. We have a lot of spices and herbs such as star anise and cardamom and cloves and a lot of, how would you say it, I guess aromatics inside the broth just to give it that boost of flavor. Because if you don't know, bone broth essentially by itself is very bland. So you have to mix it up, and so we do that with the spices and herbs. Then you have rice noodles, and the rice noodles are gluten-free. For those with celiacs and or that have a little bit of a hesitation to gluten, but then it's topped with a lot of toppings. You can put white onions, green onions, cilantro, Thai basil, bean sprouts, jalapenos, and then we have, at least here, we have 3 sauces. We got soy sauce, hoisin sauce, and sriracha. So sriracha is like a spicy sauce. Hoisin is like a spicy, or not spicy, sorry, a sweeter soy and very thick. And then you have, of course, soy sauce.
Now, this broth is absolutely fantastic. How long does it take you to do the broth? I know, in the Vietnamese culture, it can take hours.
Hours, yeah, and it does take hours. I'm up, after we close, we do a cleanup, and then I'm up from 9 to 1 a.m. doing one batch of broth, and then I wake up at 5 a.m. to come here again and do the second.
Okay, now I'm eating with a fork. I didn't plan this properly for this segment because pho can be pretty messy. I mean, typically you have chopsticks for it, but we're not even going to try that on camera, and honestly, this is going to be very messy. I just know it. But what got you to do Vietnamese food? You are from California originally.
I'm from California, Hacienda Heights area. So in that area is it's Asian central, right? So we got Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, just so many different types of food. And I grew up eating pho. It was one of my favorite dishes, and I just loved it.
And it is so good. And there's meat in this one. There's no meat in this one. You have 3 different types, technically.
Technically, right.
Tell me a little bit about the 3 different ones.
So we have the yummy, which is just a smaller bowl version of that. Still very filling, still plenty of noodles and meat. Then we have the scrumptious, which is actually named after the nickname of my daughter.
That's so cute.
And that's just the bigger bowl, or that bowl filled up all the way with another 10 ounces of broth, another layer of meat, another few ounces of noodles and vegetables. And then we have the lonely, which is just meatless. It's not technically vegetarian because the bone or the broth is, beef bone broth, but no meat.
The meat is so good.
It is, it is. And we're provided from Top Notch in Sugar City, so.
I think one thing to note here is that this place is spelled P-H-O, which is pronounced pho, not faux. Lots of people think that.
It's okay if you pronounce it pho. I'll forgive you, but it is pho.
So everything is just authentic. It's really delicious. You do it all here in this shack.
I do. So completely authentic. I do get my spices and herbs from an Asian market in Utah. I'll do a trip once a month just to stock up on everything, and Yeah, no, all made from scratch aside from what I have to get, like the noodles and the veggies.
Well, it's absolutely delicious, Wayne. Thank you so much for being with me today. And if you guys want to come check out Kingdom of Pho, it's right here in Rexburg by the railroad tracks. And we'll have more information posted on our website at eastidahonews.com.
East Idaho Eats, brought to you by Culling Professional Services.